tell me you don't know the inner workings of baseball without telling me you don't know the inner workings of baseball. Because a couple years ago when the Dodgers weren't having as many injuries, they also had pitchers that didn't have that much upside like they do now. What has happened is the Dodgers have invested more in pitching and are willing to roll the dice on high upside guys. If a pitcher like, per se, let's use Michael Kopech, was pitching for the Astros, the Rockies, the Mets, the Yankees, or any other team, and he's still throwing 100 miles per hour, and he's still throwing with high spin rates, well, guess what? His chances of getting injured are just the same as they are as if they were with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Here's the thing, though. The best teams in baseball are the teams that have the ability to acquire the best and most talented pitchers, and those are the pitchers that are more susceptible to injuries. Just go back and read MLB's report on pitchers' injuries. The harder you throw, the higher risk you are to get injured, the higher the spin rate, the more injury prone you get. The only thing that would change things is if there becomes an organization. If there's an organization that really wants to go against the grain and say, you know what, instead of throwing 99, 100, instead of throwing max spin rate every time, we are going to go out there and throw mid-90s and just try to locate, right? I mean, look at who's the best pitcher. Okay, who do you guys think is the best pitcher of all time? I mean, who do you really think it is? Like, for me, the best pitchers of all time, if I had to just top my head give you my list of the greatest pitchers of all time that I've actually seen with my own eyes, Randy Johnson I saw. No one is better than Randy Johnson. But Pedro Martinez in his peak was right there in that mix. Greg Maddux is in that mix. Roger Clemens is in that mix. I mean, those are the four guys that I think that I've actually seen are the four best pitchers. And then I think Kershaw's right in there. Scherzer kind of in there. But God tier, that's kind of the God tier for me, right? I mean, Clemens was on roids, but even before that, he was really elite. But still, if you look at Greg Maddux is a guy that didn't rely on velocity, right? He sometimes threw 84 and 88, and it was about late life. So, like, if you could have every pitcher be Greg Maddux, that would be awesome. But that's not always the case, right? Now it's about mowing guys down and throwing high velocity. I mean, here's the thing about Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson threw over 100. He never got injured. I mean, things are just different now just because of the velocity. So I don't think that is the case. But here we go. Let's do some other ones. Jim Abbott, best one-arm pitcher of all time from NS. That's definitely a fire take. Koufax was the GOAT. Don Davis. I think that if the aliens came down, there was one game to save the Earth, I think Koufax would be that guy, but I just never saw Koufax with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough for me to say that, right? I just have to be completely honest. But all right, guys, it's a dark time. So we are going to debut a new segment that a lot of you guys have been recommending, and we're going to call it Dodgers Yoda.
Dodgers Yoda. Dodgers go let's. 1 month bad does not make a season. First place team is still in. Beat Giants. Dodgers must do.
So what Yoda's trying to tell us there is one bad month does not make it a bad season, that the Dodgers are still in first place, and that they have to beat the San Francisco Giants, and everything will be restored. The force will be with the Dodgers this week, and we will feel good heading into the All-Star break. Okay? Next one.
Big trade deadlines moves must make. Try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
So, Andrew Friedman, this organization, they've got to be all the way in at the trade deadline. I don't want to see an August 1st where the Dodgers bullpen looks the same, where the bench looks the same. I think that they have only a finite amount of time with the current stars they have in their prime and Shohei Ohtani. So let's really treat this like the golden age of Dodger baseball and go as all in as humanly possible, okay? And once they do that, we are going to really look back on this era and say, you know what, like, they did everything they could. I don't want to look back and say, oh, wait, did they do everything they could to win championships? And I think by going all in, they will. And one thing I think that they have to accept at this point is that Michael Conforto might not have worked out.
Conforto, bust he may be. Replace him, the Dodgers must do.
So I do think that they have wanted to really make it work with Mike Conforto. I don't think it is a sunk cost fallacy thing. I don't think it's because they have paid him $17 million